Before the U.S. Capitol was completed and opened in 1800 in Washington, D.C., the U.S. Senate and House of Representatives had to find other places to meet. For the first 2 years, they met at Federal Hall in New York City, and until 1800, they met here at Congress Hall in Philadelphia. Here in Philadelphia, Congress passed some laws that we don't look back too fondly on, like the Fugitive Slave Act and the Alien and Sedition Acts, but they did establish many things that still exist in one form or another today. The Navy, a central bank, the post office, the mint. But my favorite thing to happen in these hallowed halls of Philadelphia happened in 1798 during the impeachment trial of Tennessee Senator William Blount. You see, the whole Blount family was greatly in debt because of some bad land investments they made. So, good old Billy Blount, he decided to get out of debt. What am I going to do? I'm going to conspire with Great Britain to take over Spanish territory and sell it to American merchants. Easy. A great plan until John Adams found out about it. There's a lot more to it than that. Look it up on Wikipedia if you want to. I'm not going to explain the rest. But during the trial in the House, Matthew Lyon of Vermont and Roger Griswold of Connecticut got into a little bit of argy-bargy.
Lyon and Griswold were from opposing parties, and when Lyon purposefully ignored Griswold during the Blount hearing, Griswold retaliated by calling him They then exchanged some weird 18th century insults, which led to Lyon spitting his tobacco juice in Griswold's face. Weeks later, Lyon apologized to the House, but that wasn't the end of it. Not satisfied with the apology, Griswold started beating Lyon with a wooden cane. Lyon defended himself with the tongs from the congressional fire pit, and eventually their fellow congressmen were able to break up the fight. Griswold eventually left Congress in 1805, and 6 years later, in 1811, he was honored with a Doctor of Law degree from both Yale and
Harvard. Here at Harvard. The great Roger Griswold didn't even spend a single day in class to earn that honorary degree from Harvard. And someone else who admittedly didn't spend a day in class earning a degree at Harvard, Skip Barber. After years of racing in the SCCA, F1, and assorted sports car championships, Skip Barber decided to give something back to the racing community. The Skip Barber Racing Schools, and with it, the Skip Barber Racing Series, the first step in many young drivers' careers. From these assorted Skip Barber Racing Series, one car still lives on through the power of iRacing, the Skip Barber Formula 2000. And for the second time in history, that car will be driven by 100 U.S. Senators! Now that the convoluted history lesson is over, let's get to racing. Just kidding, not yet, we got one more thing. Last year, all the races took place at the same track, right here at Homestead Miami Speedway. And we'll be returning there this year, but we'll also be here, Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin, at Road America. That's right, the Senators are not just taking on oval racing this year, they're taking on road course racing and oval racing at Homestead and Road America. The field was split into 4 heats the same way we did last year, but the skill levels have changed. This time the skill levels are determined by the percentage of the vote each senator got in their last election. And this time each heat will not just be 1 race, it'll be 2 races. Like I said, at Road America and at Homestead. The points will be given out F1 style for the top 10, and the 5 drivers actually, with the most points, will move on to the final.
Defending champion Ben Cardin will be back to defend his title, and he'll be accompanied by a mix of returning drivers and newly elected rookies, all of whom will want to prevent him from becoming a 2-time champion. Here's a brief look at the heat assignments. In Heat 1, Bernie Sanders hopes to finish his heat race this year without taking out half the field, and Rand Paul is looking for redemption after an embarrassing finals performance last year. Heat 2, the Klob Mob will try their best to power Amy Klobuchar into the finals this year, but she'll have a star rookie and football coach Tommy Tuberville to look out for. The only heat without any rookies, Heat 3 is headlined by defending champion Ben Cardin and the highest skilled senator in the field, John Hoeven. Heat 4 has a literal astronaut in Mark Kelly, as well as both the Republican and Democratic Senate leaders, Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer. Doesn't sound fun enough yet? Well, we've also got celebrity starting commands, updated graphics, better commentary, and an additional surprise race. Oh, drumroll please, what's it gonna be? It's the House of Commons race. That's right, 25 members of the UK House of Commons will do an exhibition race for your entertainment right before the Senators race their final. Headlined by Prime Minister Boris Johnson and Labour leader Keir Starmer.
Join us next week for the special event.
Okay, is that it?
Yes.